What's going on? Rob Fisher from BikeBandit.com. That's Aaron.
What's up,
Welcome
guys?
to another segment of Bandit Tested. Real riders, real gear in real riding scenarios. Aaron was so kind to test out from Cortech, that is the GX Sport 3.0 pants. He tested the jacket. Make sure you watch that segment because they're obviously meant to be mated together. Aaron, welcome. Thanks for making time out of your schedule. Really quick, what are you riding? The machine. What's the bike?
2008 Yamaha R1.
Okay, and how long did you ride and miles? How many miles did you put on them?
Yeah, I rode in these for about 2 months, and mostly weekend riding, and probably put about 500 or 600 miles in this, and the rest of the gear, the jacket that it goes with.
Okay, excellent. Overall, your impression?
Overall, so just along with the jacket, this stuff is really well thought out. The Cortech gear, I thought it was, very impressive. They really put a lot of thought into all this stuff, and the more you kind of deal with it and work with it and use it, you find a lot of features that you like. The one difference between this and the jacket was that the jacket is an air version, which is mesh, and it really allows a lot of air to flow through. So when it got hot, it was really comfortable.
Right.
This, they don't have a mesh version of the pants, and these don't have a lot of venting. They've only got pretty much this one vent right here. The pockets can also serve as a vent, but of course, if you have something in there, you're going to want those closed. So these did not flow air nearly as well as the jacket, but they are very durable, very solid. You've got this. You've got the high denier, 1680 denier ballistic nylon in the knees, and then the rest is kind of a sturdy, I don't remember the denier, but it's kind of a sturdy nylon. So they're very armored. It's also got hard cup armor in the knees that's adjustable. So that was good, but just didn't have quite the air flow through, so it wasn't quite as comfortable as the jacket was.
Okay, so on a sunny San Diego day, the lower half was warmer than the top half.
Yes, for
Awesome.
sure, especially because the color also. These only come in black, which is good because, you can match it with any one of their jackets because all of the different colorways have black in there, and black looks good with everything. But on the other hand, when it's sunny out, you definitely get a little bit heated, more on the bottom half. So,
do they come with a liner?
They do come with a liner, yes.
And did you run the liner in?
And I ran with it in and out.
Okay.
So either way, that's the one thing. The liner is actually kind of shifts around a lot. That's one thing that was a little bit irritating. It does button in down here, but every time I put it on and off, it was kind of those would kind of be all over the place. So that's one thing. I preferred running them with the liner out. But we have the luxury of doing that here in San Diego with our nice weather. So
right. These are traditional riding pants. They're not an overpant.
Yes, that is one thing to definitely talk about. So these are meant to be dedicated motorcycle riding pants, not overpants. I did try to use them as overpants a couple times, just to try them out when I'm commuting to work or whatever.
Sure.
But they're pretty fitted. Kind of tough. If they fit properly, it's going to be tough to get them over a pair of jeans or whatever.
Okay.
And then the sides here, on an overpant, they're going to zip all the way up, almost, pretty close to the waist. On these, it stops below the knee. So that's another thing where if they were true overpants, you would be able to...
They'd go all the way up to your waist.
Yeah, up to at least the thigh area. So that was one thing. You can get them over a pair of boots pretty easily, but they're definitely not a true overpant. So it's if you're thinking about using them for that purpose,
right? So you
want to move up to something bigger.
Your zipper stop that's what, 14 inches maybe?
Probably something like that.
Okay, and that goes right basically to your knee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one feature that I did like about these, the knee armor is actually adjustable in 3 positions.
Okay.
You can go in there and unsnap it and then move it to where you want it. So if you're taller or shorter, you can adjust that to where you had it. It was fine out of the box for me where it was, but that's something that you can accommodate a taller or shorter rider with.
What size are these? What size do you wear in jeans, and do you go up a size, down a size?
Yeah, these fit me pretty much perfectly. They were pretty fitted. That's why I think I had a little bit of trouble getting. You probably could use them as overpants if you went up a size.
Okay.
But these fit me perfectly. So these are a large, and it's the large long version.
Okay.
And I wear a 34 or 32 in typical jeans depending on the brand. So
okay.
They fit me pretty well, and they're plenty long. The length was perfect for me. I'd say these are probably somewhere around, I don't know the exact inseam, but probably around 32, 33 inches.
Okay.
So they fit me perfectly.
Okay. I mean, there's some cool features that just instantly, right off the bat, pop out. One, you got a little bit of reflective material on the outside. Did you ride them at night?
I did not ride at night. I don't typically ride at night, but yeah, that is a big feature. It's got these, which is going to be on the outside of the thigh where anybody could see you coming from the side.
Sure.
That's good.
Did you ever wear a belt with these?
I did not. I wore them. They fit me really well, just like that. And so I didn't have to wear a belt. Also, I did wear them. They have let's turn this around so we can see.
Yeah, totally, of course.
These zip, it's not a full zip going around, but just enough zip to get them to mate to the top half, to the jacket that it goes with.
Excellent.
Which is good because it made it really easy. You know, if I stopped on a ride and wanted to take the jacket off, it's just, you know, maybe 6 or 8 inches of zipper here that you could unzip and then sit that on the jacket and go walk around. It's not as cumbersome as zipping it all the way around.
Right.
So that was pretty nice, but it's good because then it doesn't allow there to be a gap where, you know, where the jacket rides up when you're kind of down in the tuck position.
Sure.
It keeps them together, and then you've got the stretch panel to accommodate that. So
right
that was
across
really
the yoke,
nice,
I'm seeing that here. So, and also, I mean, besides that huge reflective panel on this side, there's one right here on your calf.
Yep.
This is all stretch material here. Mm-hmm. You do have that 1680 denier in the seat.
Where you need it.
Yep, everything's double stitched, but what you maybe can't see is along the entire seam, just this piping, that piping is also reflective. So you do have the big silver panels, but so that you don't have this silver kind of outline of the pant, that's just done in all black going all the way down. Did you, you mentioned the armor, how it's adjustable. I felt that there's hip armor in them.
Yes, there is.
And you obviously...
There's hip armor, and I believe there might be...
Is there a tailbone pad?
Tailbone armor. No, there's not tailbone armor.
Okay.
But pretty big hip pads, though.
Okay.
They cover a lot of area.
And you got some temper foam on the outside, stretchy where you expect it to be stretchy, you know.
Sir.
I mean, just so people can see, that's 2 fingers, 3 fingers, let's say 2. And that stretches all the way out to a solid 3, maybe even 4 fingers across. So a lot of movement, articulation. Did you ever feel them binding or holding you back? Did you have enough room? Ready? Did you have enough room in the crotch, in the junk area? Seriously, I mean, that's it. Ready? It's Bandit Tested. I'm going to ask these questions so you guys can make better decisions about the gear and whether or not it fits and jives with you. Plenty of room?
I felt like this wasn't, the jacket, I mean, the pants wasn't quite as flexible as the jacket was.
Okay.
So they weren't as out-of-the-box comfortable and didn't fit me as well. I wouldn't say I felt any binding or anything. It wasn't really uncomfortable, but just a little bit stiff. I mean, it's textile. You're going to get that. You know, the stuff is made to withstand a motorcycle crash, so it's obviously not going to be the most comfortable things. The stretch was adequate, and I think with some wear, you know, it would kind of, you know, break in a little bit.
Sure.
But, you know, for a motorcycle pant, it definitely wasn't the more uncomfortable ones that I've tried. Pretty much par for the course.
That, and you're on a full-blown super bike. I mean, you're at the elite level of sport bike. So I would think that somebody, let's say, on a dual sport or a standard or a cruiser or a touring bike would be plenty comfortable on that. But, hey, I'm going to ask the questions. I mean, Aaron was kind enough to Bandit tested this stuff for us. Call it like you see it. Would you recommend them to a friend?
I definitely would, especially at the price point. We have them on our site for right around the $160 price point, which is excellent for all the value you get, all the protection, and all the armor.
That's a smoking deal.
It really is. And then when you mate this to the jacket, you can get a full 2-piece with all armor, including the back protector and everything from Cortech for right around $400, that's an amazing deal.
Sure.
For high quality gear that's really well thought out. You know, I didn't have any problems with it, no functionality issues, nothing broke. Everything, you know, really did its job. So 2 thumbs up from Aaron?
Yes, sir. Easy as that. That's Aaron. I'm Rob Fish. We're BikeBandit.com. That is the GX Sport 3.0 from Cortech. Thanks for joining us on this latest edition of Bandit Tested. Enjoy the ride. We'll see you soon.